Welcome to Ngosi Talk Shows. Lead from within.
Find your own voice.
Challenges we have had to overcome in 2020.
Find your own voice.
The world has become united by the unseen, knowing there are no guarantees for tomorrow.
Lead from within.
Find your own voice.
Let the world hear your voice and be filled within.
For the day has come for you to be a great leader.
The time has come to break away from the pain, distraction, experience the unthinkable.
Welcome to Ngosi Talk Shows. Find your own voice, led from within. My name is Nomsa Clara Mnube. I am the founder of Hope Spring Eternal Introduction Agency and the founder of Ngosi Talk Shows. So today I will be talking about how to get out of your comfort zone and to finally accomplish your goals and reach your new height. This is part 2. So I'm really sorry. I've been trying for half an hour and trying to get online, and for some reason I was about to give up actually. For some reason it wouldn't let me get on. I have no idea why. So how do we get out of our comfort zone? So I'm not sure if this computer is working, is live, but it says it's loading. So if I get kicked out, my apology. So it's one of those days where you have problems. And so I'm gonna start with Zig Ziglar's quote. It says, people often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. So basically what it means is if you create a habit, you have to do it over and over and over until that habit becomes part of your life, until that habit becomes you. So you don't have to feel bad. So today, right now, we're gonna talk about the slump. Don't feel bad if you're a slump. You are not the only one. The truth is, everyone gets into a slump from time to time. And this is why it's so important to have constantly a source of motivation. The source of motivation, basically, if you create it as a habit, it will help you to actually it will help you. If you create motivation as a habit, it will help you basically reach where you want to be, because the reason why we get motivated is we write goals and we say this is what I'm gonna do, and your motivation is a driving force within you. And when you create that driving force within you and you connect with it, that means if you lose it, then you're not going to have a desire to continue on with your journey. So when you run out of gas, you fall back into your better habit. So basically, you need to keep the fuel going. You need to create it as a habit, a good habit. You need to practice it every day. So when that fuel is gone, you go back to hide again into your comfort zone. You stop taking action towards your goals. So it is very important when you actually create your goals and if you say to yourself, this is what I'm gonna do. So it's very important. Basically, you don't want to undo months of years of hard work. So before you lose all your hopes and surrender to failure, figure out how you can regain your motivation. And so what is motivation? Extrinsic. Motivation is you are motivated by external factors. Usually it comes in from of a reward of basically punishments, and you want to succeed because you want to get that cash prize or that gold medal. You want to become the best in your field because you seek the recognition from others, your superior, your mentors, your loved ones. uh, when it comes to punishment, some people are spared into action when they know they are going to get punished or have something taken from them. So if like children, if they know that when they're naughty, they're gonna have their laptop taken from them, so they will make sure that whatever they do, they know that if I do this, my parents will take my laptop away. For example, if you've task yourself to finish something by the end of the week, and if you complete the task, you get rewarded with an extra day off. If you fail, then you're going to work 2 weeks straight, meaning you are not going to get a single day off. So it is very, very important to actually, when you make a decision and say, I'm going to finish the task, and just um, finish it. When you are in a slump, you can't put a picture of your reward and or a punishment on your wall, because it's a punishment, so you don't lose sight of what you are going to gain or lose. So intrinsic motivation. What is an intrinsic motivation? Intrinsic motivation is self-motivation, something deep within you that fuels your passion, that drives you to succeed. If you want to reach your goals because you want to please yourself, you want to prove to yourself that you've got what it takes to succeed. For example, goals is to become the finest athletic in your sport. So if that's what you want, you don't care about money, reward, the accolades. They are great, of course, but it's not why you want to succeed. So you have to ask yourself, why do you want to succeed? Why do you want to win that gold medal? And there, if you want to become great because that's what you will ultimately make you happy, that will ultimately make you happy. When you're feeling down, recall again why you want to succeed, and remind yourself you want to be great. The reason why you started whatever you started is because you want to be great. You want to become the greatest athletic ever. That's why you started the journey. Then you will feel motivated again. And how do we make a motivation a habit? Making a motivation a habit will require you to have plenty of self-discipline. Basically, what you need to do is you need to identify a new habit that will make you feel motivated every time you do it. There are lots of different ways you can do it. Loads and loads and loads of different ways. So the examples are, if you are trying to lose weight, you can make it a habit to wake up early so you can actually do your daily 5 miles run and set the alarm. Your motivation is your daily run. And every time you go for a run, adrenaline rush through your body. It pushes you to run fast. Like yesterday, it was raining. I went running yesterday, and it was raining, and the rain basically made me run really, really fast. Because when it's pouring with rain, you basically it's fun. You want to run fast. I was running fast at the same time I was watching my legs if I don't sleep. But the journey that would normally take longer, it took me 10 minutes less. So that means I was running really, really, really fast. So you do not Basically, you do your runs every single day when the weather is good. You run outside when it's bad. You run on a treadmill. When the weather is bad outside, if it's snowing, you can run on a treadmill. But if it's raining, just raining, no lightning, you can go for a run. But if it's lightning, it's a bit dangerous. So I wouldn't go out. But if it's just raining, it's pouring with raining, that's the part of it. That's the fun part of running. So you don't have to, when you watch the footballers, if they are playing football like sports, if it's raining, they don't stop until when the pitch gets really, really wet, then they stop. But if it's not a heavy rain, it's just showers and you can manage to run, it's fine. You don't have to stop. So if you feel that the weather is really bad, it's snowing, or you're somebody who does not like to go on a run in the loads of rain, you can actually go to a treadmill and just run. That would be that will keep a habit going. So when you've made motivation a habit, your goals will become so much more attainable. You you do your basically your habit routine, and if you do your habit out of routine, which translate to your source of motivation being a matter of routine as well, it will help. So how do we turn obstacles? How do we turn obstacles into opportunities? Obstacles and challenges bring even the most motivation person down. And sometimes it's hard to look beyond that grid when everything, when life it doesn't make sense, and big problem that's staring you in the face. It is hard. It blocks your views, and you can't see past it. It's like a giant wall that blocks off your access to basically to your dreams and your goals in your life. So when life it doesn't make sense, it's time for you to keep that habit going when everything doesn't make sense. It is time when you go out for that run, you may hear the birds. That birds may come with a solution, and anything can happen when you're going for a run. So when everything else doesn't make sense in your life, so try to actually go for a run and just motivate yourself. And even though when things are hard, so try to do what you do and keep the habit going. When you are in a slump, it can be hard to look beyond your current situation. You have people breathing down your neck, rating you for doing what's expected of you, even if you are angry at yourself. Have you ever been angry at yourself? I have. So basically, you have to understand what's important for you right now is to take a breath, take some time out, wait for the haze to clear if you are not in a good place. When you can finally think clearly, you just may see a multitude of opportunity to get out of your slump. You'll be back as much, basically, as much better person with more positive outlook in life. You'll feel pretty good about yourself and your chances of succeeding at your goals as well. So as you Robin S. Sharma says, as you move outside your comfort zone, what was once the unknown and frightening becomes a new normal. So our comfort zone ends set in a stone. It's just an artificial mental boundary that allows us to function in our daily lives without getting anxious and without getting scared. So you don't have to get scared if you want to get out of your comfort zone. You don't have to get scared. All you got to do is to find somebody in your life that can help you. You need to find somebody that is unique, that is authentic, that can help you with whatever you want to achieve in life. And even though when you're scared, it's a zone where you feel absolutely control of ourselves when we basically are scared. But you need to have boundaries with those thoughts. You need to have boundaries with your fears in order for you to achieve your goals. It is necessary to step out of your comfort zone. It is necessary for you to reach your goals. It is necessary for you to become the person that you want to become. But it doesn't mean you need to leave it forever and never look back. That's not how comfort zone works. Successful people still have their comfort zone. So they didn't totally abandon it when they were chasing their dreams. I still have my comfort zone. They still went back to their comfort zone when they felt fatigued and needed to go back to that familiar for a bit. But they didn't allow themselves to get trapped in there. So sometimes you want to regroup. Sometimes the times where in my life where I basically feel like sometimes I just want to be me. And sometimes I work and I work and I work. And when I get home, I just feel that I just want to be me. I just go back to my comfort zone, but I don't stay there because I still want to feel what it feels to be that Nomsa. So what you actually do is you expand your comfort zone by turning a previous unfamiliar to something familiar and comfortable. So the unfamiliar becomes familiar. First thing you need to do is get out. You need to get out of your comfort zone so you can expand it later. It is actually requires you to take a few steps. It's a pretty common sense. It's not something that is a hard for you can get out of it. You are need to take necessary action that is needed, which in this case would be is taking a step, baby step. It's like when you first attempt to actually go out in an unfamiliar places, like a chaotic place. You go to the window, push the curtains to the side, and survey the scenes outside. And once you see it's safe, you go to the door and open it. And but you don't just go right out taking big confident steps like you've been doing it forever. What happens instead, you open the door, look outside again before you step out. When you take a little step, and other step, and other step, all this, all the while, keeping your sense tender of any signs of danger. And the more steps you take, the more confidence you will become. After 100 steps, so then you feel comfortable, you realize that it's not so bad, and you let your guard down a bit. And after a while, you get to know the neighbors, you start befriending your neighbors, you start settling in. And when I started my business, I took baby steps. I started my business. First I got somebody to help me to write a business plan, because although I knew what I wanted to do with my business, the plan that I had, but I didn't know. Hey, happy. Yes, little step. You have to take little steps. Basically, it's very, very important to take a little step. So I got somebody to help me with the business plan. Writing a business plan is very, very easy. You can write a business plan, but you need professional software sometimes to actually to research your competitors properly. So I didn't have those facilities to actually research my competitors properly. So I was writing my business plan, and that person was there for me to report to them every week. It took me 8 weeks or 12 weeks. I think in 10 weeks or 12 weeks, I can't remember. I used to report to him every week. So when I report to him every week, he will give me the homework, what I need to do. So I'll go and do some research. And then when we come back, based on the research that I have done, he would not do it for me just with the software. So he would put that on his software and to get the results, proper results. So I did all the work. So then he would do all that. But those were baby steps that I was taking. I was building my confidence every single day. Then when the business was finished, the business plan was finished, it came to a point where it was like, okay, now you need to go and apply for a business loan with a startup loan. But I was on my own then. So he gave me a report to send it to startup loan. My business plan was like somebody approved it. Basically, they looked at it and they approved it. So I had to send it to startup loan. So when you go to startup loan, that was another step where confidence comes in. You're building your confidence. You're starting your business. You're not that confident, but you are learning at the same time the journey. So and then when I was learning that, everything that I had written on my business plan. So now the questions, so they start asking me questions because I had written my business plan myself. I wouldn't recommend you paying somebody to actually write it for you, because if you write it for you, if somebody writes it for you, it's no longer you that is creating that business. So it has to be you. And I had somebody else. I had two people actually. Somebody was helping me to understand cash flow because I had to create a business plan with the cash flow as well. So I had somebody else that was helping me creating cash flow, and basically when I was at home writing the business plan, so they'll look at it when I go and see this guy that had a software. So everything, I understand what I'm doing. And when I applied for a loan, the questions again ask this. So I refer to the business plan. So, and then the business loan is approved. When the business loan is approved, then it's another step, another baby step again, where you have to go and buy the material for your business. And the journey for that, but it's easy then when you have to go and buy the material, because everything is under the business plan that you said you're gonna do. So the confidence is where that comes in, with the confidence. And now you get an office or you work from home, the choice is up to you. Now it comes to a point now where you have to create a social media. And when you have to create social media, and now it comes to when somebody's reading your business, how are they going to basically now you start evaluating yourself, but you don't have to evaluate yourself. So this is what I was doing. Like sometimes I'll post on my business page, and post on my Instagram, and I will get, because I'm a new startup and people see my business that I'm a new startup, people will comment and say that's not how you post. These are the people that have been into business for a very long time. But bear in mind, when we talk about getting out of your comfort zone, just because I've been in the business for a long time, it does not mean when I criticize you, it does not mean what I'm saying is true. And this is a proof that I have learned from people, that they were criticizing me, telling me that I need to post the same pictures every day. And some people will be emailing me and saying, I can help you £500 to run your Facebook page, or to run your, I can run it like this. But because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone, as I was going to business events and learning more about my business, learning more about the things, how I need to post. Because when you go to a marketing event, business event, and for somebody who really knows what marketing is about, they're going to teach you exactly what needs to be done. So when I was going to these marketing events, things, when it was a different story. Of course, I wasn't posting things right, but it wasn't how these people were telling me that this is how it should be. It was completely different. Completely different. So it means getting out of your comfort zone. It means when somebody criticizes you, you don't take it personal. You sleep on it. You receive the message. Go and sleep on it is hard. Go and sleep on that message. And ask yourself, is this criticism building you, or is it somebody who loves to criticize? So if it's something that is building you, you can learn from it. Any criticism that comes as somebody wanting you to be better, you will learn something out of it. So as I was learning through my business, building my business, going and approaching people, what I did was to approach people from Fiverr, the website, and the virtual assistants, that people that are basically are independent, people that runs the social media. I'll pay someone per hour, but instead of them doing my social media, I'll ask questions about social media, or sometimes I'll let them go and optimize Instagram. When they finish Instagram, then I ask advice. What kind of post do I post? Because in that way, I know these people, they've seen the work that they do and it makes sense. So if you see somebody what they do and that makes sense, so you learn from them. So I remember the girl from she optimized my Instagram. And when she optimized my Instagram, I basically asked her questions. How do I need to post this? And she said to me, Nomsa, you need to look at your competitors, what they do, and do even better. Your niche has to be specific. So you need to get out of your comfort zone. So based on what she was, and she actually gave me the hashtags as well. This is what you need to do with these are the hashtags that you need to look at, and maybe ask to use your competitors, their hashtags and stuff. So in that way, your business will stand out. So I took her advice. Everything, the criticism that I was getting on Facebook, I was getting on the other side. Basically, it wasn't a criticism to build me. It was a criticism for somebody, for them to use, for me to use them, paying them £500 a month. So this girl, I paid her £20. She went and optimized my Instagram and gave me a valuable advice. If you go on my Instagram, you understand. Basically, I've won awards for my Instagram because my Instagram stands out because of her advice. So I really wanted to get out of my comfort zone on LinkedIn. I got somebody to optimize my LinkedIn and I asked for advice. If you don't know anything, I was getting people criticizing me again on LinkedIn. So if you don't know anything, you are starting, you're gonna have to take baby step. You're gonna have to get out of your comfort zone, even if things don't make sense, even if basically it doesn't seem right. Because if you're not confident, everything you do is not gonna make sense. So building that confidence, it comes with the habit of doing things every day. Even if when you get up and you know that I'm not confident in doing this, you have to do it every single day until you start connecting with that habit. Once you've connected with that habit, with the power within, then it's natural. It's something that basically you don't have to worry about anything. It becomes natural. I just get up in the morning, I post on social media, I listen to people's advice, like the people who are actually into social media, what is trending, what is to update my social media, to keep my social media and my business updated, basically. So now everything is natural. When I meet clients, I'm no longer fear. There is no fear anymore. I can charge the amount without fear. Before, if somebody says, how much is your joining fee? I'll start have to swallow my tongue first. Ask myself, is it worth it? Before I even say the words out, I'll just, and then I'll say the price. But now I know I'm worth it because I've practiced and practiced and practiced every single day and made mistakes along the way. And then it does help when you actually want to fight the good fight. If you want to basically, if you want to conquer those fears, it's not scary. Fighting a good fight is not scary. It seems scary. What I can tell you is when somebody is explaining, it seems really, really scary. But when you actually decide to do it, and also being surrounded by people that they are really, really want to help you, it does help. And when you are feeling scary and you want to fight that big good fight, it's absolutely normal to feel intimidated when you are in an unfamiliar territory. It's normal. And working on your confidence and is just a new way to find your new DNA and then to wire it into your body when faced with uncertainty. So basically, humans have a fight to flight response. We either stand out our ground, fight, or we run away, flight. Sometimes we run. When we are faced with the challenges, we run. We're like, I can't do this anymore. Remember, no problem is here is permanent. Every problem is temporal. And when you are faced with the challenges in life, of course, like chasing your dreams, there will be many instances when you will have to, basically instances when you will have our fight to fight a response, and responses when they will be tested. Well, however you respond to people, those responses will be tested. People will evaluate everything. You run your business, you say this is what you offer, they'll be evaluating everything. But for you to reach your ultimate destination, you're gonna have to fight more often than when you run away. You're gonna have to fight. That's what happens when it comes to success, when it comes to business. Um, in some cases, running away might be a smart option, especially if the obstacles in front of you is an absolute monster. and you're going to get destroyed if you don't run. But the point is, when you run away, you need to come back, pick yourself up where you left off. So when I'm saying run, it means that there's sometimes you are not supposed to actually abandon your journey to success. You have to change your direction. You're not supposed to run, but sometimes you can run and say, I'm running away from this direction. However, this is ultimately, however, you need to have a fighting spirit. If you want to have the slightest chance to succeed, you need to have a fighting spirit. I cannot tell you how many times, in most cases, where I would have given up with my life. You really, really need to stand on the ground. You really, really need to brave enough to slay that, conquer the dragon standing in your path. I'm a Christian myself. There were times where life seems unfair, but I wouldn't say out loud. I'll call out and pray to God and say, it doesn't make sense. My life, it does not make sense at this moment. But I know that to you, it does make sense. Help me to slay this dragon that is standing in front of me. Because on my own, I cannot do it. I don't know if you can do it. I'll say I can't. I don't know if you can do it on your own. So sometimes you're gonna have to use your beliefs. I don't know what beliefs you have. Sometimes you're gonna have to use your beliefs to slay that dragon. You have to use your beliefs, and every little bit of ground gained from your victories will become yours. When you gain victory, you look back and you'll be able to teach others. Basically, that's why some people become business coaches, because they've gone through that journey. If I can tell you now you're starting a business, I can tell you sometimes if you're with somebody that knows the journey of success, you will avoid falling. There are some business coaches that will say, I can help you with this, I can help you with this, but they're just talking, they're not doing anything. I've had people approaching me saying, oh, I can do this, I can do this. And then I'm like, thank you. I already have a business coach, because not every person that you cross path, they're meant to take you to success. No. God has specific people chosen for you, and it's up to you to search them and evaluate them if they can take you where you want to go. And if you want to conquer basically and expand your comfort zone, you're gonna have to have the right people to continue challenging yourself in your life. Growth comes from challenging yourself to learn new things, to actually when you fall, and being able to conquer your fears. You learn something new each and every day through those fears. You learn that your fears are nothing more than a figment of your imagination, because fears is something that we create in our head. We say, I don't think I can do this. When you take a risk, whether you succeed or fail, you also learn something new. And when you succeed, your determination is the correct of the formula to success. Basically, when you fail, you learn what you should avoid next. And you feel like basically, if you feel like you're stagnated because you've been in your comfort zone too far too long, then you should challenge yourself to explore, experiment. And when you challenge yourself, I challenged myself. There were things that I'd never done before, and applied for jobs that I knew I didn't qualify for, and that was my challenge. I was sent, although I was working, that was a challenge. I basically wanted to give myself gratitude to actually say, well done, Nomsa, for sending the job, the CV. So what I'll do is I'll apply for job. I know I don't qualify for that job. I've never been this. I've never been this. I know that. Apply and send my CV, and I'll get the email saying, I'm sorry, at this moment you didn't make it to the second round, and maybe next time. And that next time, it meant when I received that email, that actually somebody read my CV, and I get excited because yeah, knowing your worth is very, very important. Happy is really, really important. Knowing your worth, and I get excited when someone actually uh, it basically tells me that I didn't know I get through, or I did not qualify to go to for this job. They read my CV. Can you believe it? This person actually sat down and read my CV. So I'll be very, very happy. So for every win and every skill you master, your comfort zone grows and expands with you. So taking the leap. So get out from your comfort zone, and to your dreams will require that giant leap of faith. You literally don't know what's going on, what's going to happen in that journey that you are taking, whether you're going to succeed or fail. You have no idea. Even if you basically meticulously plan all the steps you are going to take to arrive to that destination, there are no guarantees that everything will go according to plan. Life is no guarantees. Like in Ngozi talk shows, we say, find your own voice. There are guarantees to find your own voice. Yes, you can, but there are no guarantees for tomorrow. So you can only do so much as a human being. There are far too many external factors that come into play between where you are and where you want to go. So all you got to do is believe in the person that is within you. Believe in yourself. When you take the leap, you need to believe in yourself. You need to trust that you can do whatever it takes. It is for you to set out to do what you say you're gonna do. Otherwise, what is the point of taking that leap in the first place if you're not gonna believe in yourself? So you need to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who else is going to believe? So the answer is no one. So before you even consider taking a leap, ask yourself if you believe in yourself. If you don't, then you don't need to go back to the drawing board. Figure out what you need to do so you will have more confidence in yourself. You will need to go back where you wrote your goals and figure out whatever you want to do. So do you think, if you think you have the right skills, then find out. If you think you don't have the right skills, find out what skills you can acquire to do whatever you do. Maybe go back to school, go to college, look for a relevant job, or maybe work on your skills, or maybe if you think you don't have the right mindset or right attitude to succeed, it's something so big and so important. If yes, then you should consider signing up for self development courses. There are tons and tons of them. Once you got the right mindset and the right skills and knowledge, then go ahead with your action plan and take a leap. And integrity is necessary along the way. We all respect people with integrity. These are far too many people without it. There are so many. So when you meet someone who's got a reputation for being honest and decent, we ultimately end up liking and trusting them. If you don't live your life with integrity, then you will need to change your ways right now. You will need integrity to succeed. You need to be honest with yourself all the times. If you set your mind to chasing your dreams, then you better make sure you actually do it. That is integrity. When you practice integrity, you are not going to be telling yourself you are going to do everything in your power. You are not going to tell yourself you are going to do everything in your power to succeed, then not do it. So that's not a person with integrity. When you tell yourself you are going to succeed, then you will do whatever it takes so you can succeed, even if it takes you whole time. What you promised, you will carry out. A promise is a promise. If it's the only way you're going to be able to live with yourself, it doesn't matter if you are going to be if you are going to be scared and living your comfort zone behind, and you are going to face the uncertainty out there. So you need to promise to yourself, and then there is no way you are going to break this promise. If you promise yourself, bend but don't break. There will be many times along the way when you'll be presented with options that won't be in line with what you originally had in mind. Perhaps what you want is simple is no longer available. Simple doesn't give you success. So instead of saying no, the entire thing, you simply have to look to the next best thing. Knowing when to bend or adjust is important. You need to be flexible sometimes. You can plan for everything. So sometimes you just have to choose whatever will help you to reach your goals. If you are unwilling to promise, you could cost yourself the entire goal or your entire dreams. Some people end up abandoning their dreams simply because they weren't willing to adjust. They were willing to bend the rules they've set for themselves. If something will help you push forward closer to your goals, then go for it, especially if it doesn't affect your moral compasses, if it doesn't affect your values, your beliefs. Then maybe it's best for you to wait. If it does affect your values and your beliefs, it might be better for you to wait for a better opportunity. There's no point in crying about something you can't have, something you really have no choice but to accept your fate. Before you take the biggest leap you will ever take in your entire life, ask yourself if you are willing to sacrifice your comfort zone, if you are willing to make a compromise along the way, or in the name of your dreams. All in the name of your dreams. I will say in the name of the blood of Jesus. But here, not everyone is a believer of God. So, in the name of your dreams. So, the conclusion for me, what I leave with you is our dreams and our goals give us direction in life. It tells us which way we should go and which roads to take. Remember, however, you can't get to your destination without stepping out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone are very, very important, but you shouldn't let stops us. We shouldn't let stops us from chasing our dreams. Gather the courage to get out of your comfort zone. Go and follow the path that ultimately leads you to success. And get out of your comfort zone. Or find God, use your beliefs to help you get to where you want to go. Use your beliefs. If you believe in God, I believe in God. And when things are tough, when things are hard, I just pray to God and say, by the power and the blood, God, testify my destiny. What is my destiny? If I need to change things around, I will have to change it, because I know that I know where I need to go, but I don't give up. So you can do the same. So live with grace, everyone, and God bless you. If you want to get in touch with anyone at the speakers at Ngozi Talk Shows, please get in touch with our speakers, And we're here Monday to Friday, 1 p.m. If you're watching this video, press some heart button and share with your loved ones. God bless you, everyone, and live with grace.